motivation for learning English. I listen to his music and I want to speak with Michael Jackson in the future. I have to learn English. Yeah, like that. Yeah. Yes.
Great, great. So that motivate you, right?
Mhm. Yes. How about you? Do you have a chance to speak English with foreigners in your daily life?
Mm, no daily life, and I have talked a lot with foreigner, but even I don't want means because being whole day busy a schedule, I am an online English teacher, so I'm connected globally and already having conversation with different kinds of people or different kinds of a student. Environment I create like that. I'm teaching offline, online, so it means I have to speak. So by speaking, I am helpless. I have to speak that. So that's why I create environment. But yes, when you talk with the student, you are not increasing your English capacity. So to increase it, you have to be in some culture or some situation where you are giving some input daily basis. So for that, I listen a lot. I listen podcast. I listen sometime YouTube. Or this way, I try to enhance my own skill because as much as you hone your skill, that great you become, or you are able to make somebody understand.
Oh, I see. Oh, also, do you teach English to your students?
Yes.
Oh, wow, you are a teacher.
Yes, I
Awesome.
am. Yeah, I am, and
Okay.
I just finished one online class, or then I thought I had some gap time, so I tried to go live, try to motivate somebody. They think like it is not possible to speak English, but it is very much possible. It is easy, but depends on your interest, how great interest you have, or why you want to learn this. This all depends on your priority in your thought process, in your interest, how curious you are. So this satisfied me. When I come here, I talk with many new learners, some experienced people join, they share their idea. So this helps other who listen, or while listening they have or they grow their faith that yes, if they are speaking, I can. Why not? They are not native, or they all are in learning process. So that satisfy me. Business is all right, earning is all right, but sometime we have to spend some time also.
Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, so I have a question. So, yeah, in Japan, our English education focus on only writing and reading and listening. So, yeah, we don't focus on speaking. So, yeah, many Japanese people cannot speak English even though we have English education. So, how about India?
You know, you know about Japan, and I know about almost all country. They are not native. Any country, all country has or have the same situation that you have.
Oh.
In a school they have English book, they have English syllabus, English subject, but that is only for writing purpose, translation purpose, a story things, right, passing exam, not focus on a spoken part. So that is why all people are grappling or having challenge or facing challenge when it comes to a speak.
Oh, okay, I see. Yeah, because my husband, when he went to Hong Kong, one guy asked him, "Where are you from?" But he didn't answer. He forget the word of Japan. So yeah, even though he learned English from junior high school until college, so yeah. So yeah, this is a problem.
Well, Dinah is asking what is the time in Japan. So in India it is 5:51 a.m. In India it's 5:52 now. 5:52 a.m.
Oh, 5:50. Oh, okay. Yeah, here 9:20 a.m. 9:20.
Oh, so it is 5, 6, 7,
Four
8, 9. 4 hour
Three.
30 minute. Yeah, 4 hour 30
Yeah,
minute.
yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
great.
Yeah, so yeah, actually I wanted to talk to you because I use Hello application for 1 year and 2 months.
Wow.
Yeah, I watched you on Facebook a long time ago. So yeah, so today, yeah, I'm happy to talk to you today. So thank you so much.
Dinah is saying so India is too slower than Indonesia and Japan is too faster than Wow.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Dina. Thank you
Yeah.
for your asking. Okay, so Alexa, thank you so much, and yeah, hope to see you soon.
Yeah, sure. Thanks.
Yeah, bye. See you.
Bye. Hello, Debbie. Good morning, Debbie. Good morning. She is from Japan. Hello, everybody. Tanha. She said like Mia. Hi. Good morning. So this is not in Japan. This is not in India. Or yeah, you can, Debbie. Or this is not in other countries except British America, Canada, few parts of Philippines, I think so, Mexico, even Philippines and Mexico, they are also learning English. Well, we all are in the same bucket, in the same category. Like in a school, we are learning. The teacher teaches us. United States. Well,
Can you hear me?
yeah. You are from United States, right?
Yeah.
Well, so you belong from United States itself. Am I correct?
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
So we are very happy to having some native speaker. Can you give some idea or some motivation to all listeners? They are here and they want to learn English. How they should grab. See, you can give some knowledge about pronunciation part, some accent part.
Yes,
And,
I can.
yeah, please.
Well, to start off with, when you gain a new language, you gain a new identity.
Yeah.
You gain a new identity and the ability to speak to different people. You gain a new identity in terms of your career. One of the ways to rapidly accelerate your vocabulary is to focus on something called phonetics.
Yeah.
Phonetics are the word parts that make up the building blocks for each word. Particularly, focus on Greek, Latin, and also French roots and suffixes and prefixes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'll write it down. So, suffixes, prefixes, and not only prefixes, but also the way that the words that are put together.
Mm-hmm.
And by using this method, you can actually learn medical words very quickly.
Yeah. So guys, you are very fortunate, or we are fortunate that somebody from United States, she is native, or she came here, or she is trying to motivate us. or she is giving some idea. She is trying to see, she is great English in English, or she belongs from native, she doesn't need to learn English, but yes, she is coming forward, or she wants us to learn English. So if she wants, she is from native, why don't we? Right. So Mia, I really appreciate you. I am fortunate that you gave your time, or you are giving your time. So this motivate non-native speaker or non-native people to, have excitement to learn this language.
It takes about 3 years to be able to develop the speaking ability to be able to function in everyday life. But if you're in a particular field, like a work situation or it's medical, that can actually be learned in a year.
Well,
what I mean by that is, if you're looking at specific language situations, such as you're working inside a medical office, that only takes about a year to develop your language skills in order to be able to speak inside of a medical office, since a lot of those words are non-Anglo-Saxon words. Anglo-Saxon words are like the word shoe or was. The Anglo-Saxon words are the ones that don't have a logical approach to them. You just have to memorize them. Versus the Greek and Latin words that make up English have a logical approach. You can memorize those word parts and then put them together to make a new word.
Yeah, Mia, I have a question. Like when some non-native speakers speak, how stress you guys need to place to understand them, and what main things is there that they need to improve to be understandable? Like if some non-native speakers speak, so what challenge native speakers face to understand them?
Speak slowly. Speak slowly. Speak slowly, as in, even when I'm learning, like if I'm learning Indonesian or I'm learning Arabic, like speak slowly.
Wow.
Even for like when I get nervous and I start speaking fast, I know that. But if you enunciate your words very well, even if they're not the right words, people will get the general meaning based on the context of the sentence.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm having conversation with you. What part do you think like I'm making mistake, or you are facing challenge to understand my language? Do you have any challenge when I'm speaking, to understanding my any sentence, any vocab, any word?
That's an interesting and complicated question, and the reason I'm saying that for the United States is because in the U.S. it depends on if a person's heard a non-native speaker speak from that particular country before. I've heard a lot of non-native speakers speak, so I'm able to understand people better than the average person. But for the average person in California, they're going to be able to understand you, especially if you're in the northern region of California, because there are other people that are Indian there.
Wow, nice. I got it. Because having a great experience while teaching, or working towards the fluency or pronunciation part, up to now, whenever I had conversation with anybody in any part of the world, uh, I don't know, they never give me a negative feedback, like they're not gonna understand me, or there any challenge to getting my point. But I want to grade or very specific or very clear a statement or feedback, like when I'm speaking, or yeah, when I speak, is there anything that you want to suggest that this part I have to improve more, or this part I should work, or that part non-native speaker should work, so that like you already motivated or said like prefix, suffix, or some other activity that we want to improve, or if you want to communicate, we have to be very slow face, or we have to speak slowly, so that by content you got it.
Yeah. One of the things that you can do is just keep doing what you're doing because it's working. You've come this far, and people have their own opinion about what works, but what works for one person may not work for the other person. And what you're doing right now is working because I'm able to understand you. So we're having a conversation, so I don't think there's anything that you really need to change other than just keep doing what you're doing and don't lose confidence.
Yeah. That's very well said. And because I am also an online English teacher and I teach people, so I follow the same methodology that you shared, like to be slow, clear, use all vocab, all sentences in the proper speed, so that listener never need to give more attention. Hey, what did he say? What that word did he use? So speaking slowly, I really appreciate your suggestion. That works always.
That always works. Speaking slower always works. I have a hard time just speaking slower even when I'm learning like new languages and stuff because I have anxiety issues.
Oh, wow. Yeah, so let's say you belong from a native country, or we non-native speaker, or learning very with very curiosity. So what language do you learn, and how challenge do you face to learn that language?
It depends on what my purpose in learning the language is. If my purpose in learning the language is to get a new job in a particular field, I'm going to learn the words that are associated with that particular field. If I'm just going for general conversation to be a tourist, then those are the phrases that I need to learn, are tourist phrases. So my purpose in learning a language really depends on the reason why I'm in the new country and in the first place.
Yeah. So what did I got is like I follow the same methodology when I teach somebody, or they are belonging from some particular area. Let's say somebody working in some corporate company, I try to teach them to learn the related situation. Let's say somebody working in the customer care, so they should know their related sentence, related situation, how they reveal that. So that makes sense. In what situation, what area you belong to, you need to learn that all things, so that you become great to revealing your thought or in day-to-day life.
Yeah, the only other suggestion I have is don't focus on accent, just focus on clarity. English is a very multicultural language, and there are all kinds of accents, and you just have to be able to it's the speaker's problem, it's not the speaker's problem, it's the listener's problem if they can't understand you, not your problem.
Yeah. You have given a very great a statement here. People are crazy to grab action. They are working, they wanna grab the action, American action, British action, and this is what I suggest them. You don't need to be craving or desire to be like an American or like an British. Better to improve your pronunciation part, better to improve your speaking style. So clarity, simplicity makes you great speaker.
Yes, it does.
Yeah. So I believe you are sitting in kitchen.
Huh?
Are you sitting?
I'm sitting inside my room right now.
Well.
I have a little apartment, so.
Well. See, people are agree, or Shodi is saying, I agree with you. Yeah, Shodi, people are crazy to learn accent. So before learning accent, like Mia suggested very great that you have to very slow, you have to be very precise, or better to not be crazy, better to learn your day-to-day activity that you are doing daily related to your work, relevant to your culture, so that you don't need to give a stress, right? You don't need to learn a very hard vocab, hard word. What you do, where you remain, whatever daily you do, learn these all things.
Like, don't be afraid to imitate other people in their accents. Don't be afraid to do it. If you imitate them and you can pull it off, that means you understand the accent.
Yeah. So accent is our identity. We speak, people recognize that. Yeah, he is from United States. He is from India. He is from Indonesia.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Like if people hear me, they're gonna think, oh, she's a Valley girl. Oh, she's from California, or she's from the West Coast.
Yeah, yeah. So
yeah, she's from the land of the fruit and the nuts.
Yeah. This will really help other who is listening. Like, don't be crazy about accent. Accent is okay if you are more interested. You are at more standard level, extreme level. You can grab that, but you have to learn first to the way which you speak, or people can understand you.
Yes, exactly. The point is clarity, not the point is clarity, not speed.
Yeah. Obviously, language.
And it depends on how much. I mean, it depends on each individual person's pride. Because I mean, I can speak like this. Put the tomatoes inside. Put the tomatoes inside of the waistband.
Yeah.
Put the tomatoes inside the waistband. Or very good. Put the tomatoes inside the waistband. Thank you very much.
Whoa, you have a great talent. Oh my god.
I mean, you do these different accents, and then like, I understand. There was a time I could not understand Indian accents, and I was like, I just need to go take a bus. And I need to go take a bus in San Jose, and that's where I'll find a bunch of Indian people. Want to learn Spanish inside California? Go take a bus in LA.
Wow, you are really talented, or you can mimic, or you have other when somebody says, you catch easily.
Yeah.
Cha Mia. Okay. So today I'm happy like you came here. I try my best to motivate people to learn this language in same way that you shared. I try them to go through some relevant things, learn these all small things instead of placing their stress, giving more stress on mind that they want to become like American, British. Better to be slow and better to be precise, so that other can got something by your mouth, something by gesture, something by context. That mix up makes you great a speaker. Yeah, Idrish. Right. So Mia, would you like to conclude this topic? And because I have another class, I am teacher, so I'll go for.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. So
that's fine.
So at last, you wanna share something?
Not particularly. Just pray that you don't get coronavirus, because someone else wanted to talk about that. But okay, see you later.
Okay, bye.
That's not a laughing matter. It actually will become very serious. But anyways.
Yeah, it is very serious.
See you.
Yeah, bye Mia. Bye. Bye all.
Bye.
Yeah, bye. Thank you. So thanks all. She gave time, or she from native, or she gave some great idea. So I believe the bottom line she shared, the some great idea she shared. You must be aware, but don't be crazy about action. Before that, you need to grab the slow pronunciation is first part, and then thereafter you have to speak in the speech or in the way where people can get you or people can understand you. So learning English is not that tough that we think or we have made that tough. So guys, I have some more requests, but to be very honest, no time now. I'm getting late, and so definitely next time when I'll come, I'll join people. We'll have another very healthy